Hello everyone, this is Ella and welcome to Perspectives with Ella. Today we are looking at correction versus connection. You can correct a child and still lose them emotionally. To make correction effective, see connection first. And what do we mean by this? Let's look at our prison services, which has been more punitive than corrective. So we've noticed that for as long as the prison systems have existed, it has been more punitive in the sense where when you look at the people who are reintroduced into society, you notice that there hasn't really been any reformation in terms of their attitudes, their belief systems, or their actions that they portray. And you sometimes really wonder if sending them to the prison was the best solution because they come out far worse than when they got in. So that has sparked a lot of conversations around the corrective or punitive measures on the prison systems here in Ghana. And I'm sure this is not just exclusive to Ghana, it can be across the world. But today we are using the prison system analogy to actually look at something that has been happening in terms of our upbringing as young people. So before we move away from the prison system, we want to also understand that because now conversations have reached a certain point, there have been some reactive measures that people are putting in place. I mean, people in authority are putting in place to make this prison system work. And now they are gradually shifting from being prison, that is where somebody is chained or kept in some sort of a dungeon, to a correctional facility. So there have been a lot of interventions, and you can see some religious bodies coming on board to make the prison, to redesign the prison system into more of a correctional facility. Because when you look at the statistics, we see that people are not being reformed when they actually enter the prison system. And so when we look at punishing a child, remember that I stated earlier that to make correction effective, it is important to see connection first. Now, when young people feel constantly corrected without being understood, they begin to shut down emotionally. They may obey outwardly, but disconnect inwardly. And you don't want to turn our young people into puppets. We don't want to turn them into robots where they are just being controlled, but we've really lost that emotional touch with them. So what do we mean by connection? Connection means listening before correcting. It means that asking questions before giving instructions, asking questions before assuming, understanding the emotions behind the behavior before meting out any punitive measure. So when we are not saying that do not punish them, we are not saying that they shouldn't be corrected. What we are seeing is that you don't just want to vet your anger out on the child without making him understand what he did wrong. So when you give the child that opportunity to speak back, to talk to you, when you give that child opportunity to be able to express what is going on, perhaps you're able to see the loopholes in his arguments. You come in being the more experienced person that you are. And yes, you are going to punish the person, but at least you know that it is far more effective than just meting your anger on that person. And so we want to say that when connection is built, correction is received better. And the goal is not just good behavior. The goal is not just to train our children to exhibit good conduct all the time, but we want to build a healthy relationship. We want to have a more solid connection with them. So young people grow best where they feel safe, where they are respected, and where they are understood. What do you think matters more, correction or connection? Let us know in the comment section. This is Perspectives with Ella, survival tips for the young person. Please don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, share, comment, and let's keep engaging and getting interactive. See you in my next video.